Happy Wednesday, May 12th, ladies and gentlemen, 2021. So excited for tonight. We have a very special guest, an up and coming leader in Powur and a great solar platform. So we have a new presentation to show you, educate you on this awesome company. And with no other better person to do that, I have the pleasure to introduce a mentor to me, one of the top leaders in Powur with a massive organization and really leading from the top. So Charles Thompson, the ball is yours. Let's get into it.
Thank you, Mr. Bernasso. Been awesome spending the last few days with you and being able to have an enjoyable time hosting Powur Hour. And I'm looking forward to speaking with all of you this evening. So thanks for the introduction. I'm going to talk a little bit tonight about this amazing platform. If you haven't heard of us, you're certainly going to now. Powur is an Inc. 1000 fastest growing company. And I believe based upon things that are happening in the industry, we'll be an Inc. 100 fastest growing company. And also data shows that we're the fastest growing company in solar in the industry within this country today, because we're innovating the way that solar is done. And what's wonderful about the platform is we open it up to people from all walks of life. It doesn't matter how old, how young, what culture, it doesn't matter what background. There's a way that anyone can come into this platform and leverage the various skill sets of other leaders in the company. You'll hear why and how all that works here in a few minutes. So tonight we'll talk about that. We'll talk about who we are, what this model entails, the solutions that we have to be able to help anyone make a transition. And if you like what you hear, we'll talk about how you can enroll in this amazing movement. Before I do this, the screen's going to go black for a minute. And this origin story is something that I really want you to understand why we're here. This is
from the beginning. Powur has always been about how do we solve the biggest challenges facing our planet, and how do we help people create a rewarding, abundant, meaningful income and livelihood through participating. And the reason why that's at the heart of our company is because that's what I needed. That's what I was searching for.
Have fun, my friends. We'll see ya.
I get a call from Jim Bunch, and he says, hey, I'm going to the Amazon rainforest with the Pachamama Alliance. I think you should come down here with us. And I'm just like, sure, I'll just up and go to the Amazon rainforest next week. Not many people are gonna say yes to that invitation, but I felt that I had to be there. I knew I was at a turning point in my life. I was looking for something more.
We are trudging through the rainforest right now. We have two guides, Ashwar guides, who are completely native. Their culture has been living in this forest for thousands of years. They just made contact with the outside world only to really form an alliance to protect this rainforest from oil companies and mining companies and companies that literally will come in and just turn all of this into a desert. There they are.
But it was during one of the initiations that I had the vision for Powur.
The journey continues, my friends, continues.
In the middle of the Amazon, there's drumming and singing and chanting and all this going on. And I hear this voice say, you are meant to go back and start the first crowdsourcing platform for solar energy. It was clear as day. And that's when I knew. I knew what my life purpose was. From that point forward, I knew what I had to do. It was a vision that literally came from that forest.
Being in the rainforest, there are many lessons that Jonathan and I got down there that we brought back to the company. And I remember for myself, one of the things that was crystal clear was how connected everything is. And what we do makes a huge impact. When you hire and you recruit and you train and deploy people based on what they value most, you create a synergy that's incredible. When you align those values with a clear mission and a clear vision, you create synergy.
The vision of Powur is to accelerate the adoption of sustainable energy worldwide. Our mission, and I want you to take this in, because when you join us, this is going to become your mission too, and I want it to be real for you. I want you to be excited about it. Our mission is to build the largest clean energy platform on planet Earth. And the way that we're going to do that is through decentralization. It's not about having one giant utility or one giant company anymore. It's really about creating platforms that empower the crowd to participate in everything. And the way that we're going to install millions of solar panels on homes every year as one community, as one company, as one platform, is through a crowdsourced model. If we build a platform that allows the crowd to do it, that allows the entire ecosystem of solar to participate, then we can reach the kind of scale that at Powur we dream about, that we're focused on, and that we are going to achieve. And this is your invitation to join us.
That was Jonathan Budd, our CEO, and Jim Bunch, our co-founder, VP of Culture and Training. And if you haven't heard of him, he's one of the most profound, just incredible personal development coaches. He runs an incredible training program for Powur. And Jonathan and Jim set forth with now a massive army of incredible executives to do exactly what Buckminster said, to change things, don't try to fight an existing reality, build a new model that makes an old model obsolete. Now, that sounds like an easy term, but look at other companies. You hear it from Uber and others. That's what Powur has done. And they did that by recognizing who the most important person in the industry is. Now, I've been in the industry now for about 10 years. I've been in energy for 25 years. What I witnessed is many of the big companies that were in energy started seeing the potential in solar, and they started to approach it the same way that they approach energy, and they were unsuccessful. I ran a company that was a $14 billion company with a division in solar, the $17 billion company with a division in solar. Both of them are no longer in rooftop solar. They're doing community programs and things like that. You probably heard of a company called Solar City. You might know what happened with them with the Tesla rescue, and none of them were able to scale and be profitable at the same time, because they didn't, quite frankly, recognize who the most important person in the company was. That's you. That is the one thing. It's a culture within Powur. It's not just a mission statement. It's a true culture. I have the honor of sitting on the executive committee with Powur. Every day I have meetings, Monday through Friday, weekly meetings in person, monthly meetings, 2-day meetings. Always it's about what can we do to help those people, which they're referring to me and to you, because we are the ones who deserve the greatest benefit, because we have solved the problem of acquisition. And that's what the other companies have struggled with. And the way that's been done is by recognizing who that person is and rewarding you. So we're going to show one more video. And what we want to do is a little conversation between a couple key people in this company. So we're going to call this our model. So let's roll that video, stand by, and then we're going to get into a good conversation. Here you go.
When we started Powur, we were looking at all of the ways that we could really help solve the challenges inside of solar. And it became super clear to us really quickly that the challenge that needs to be solved in solar energy today is customer acquisition. We've got the technologies. We have all the tools. We have the workforce. We could be installing as much solar energy as you can imagine right now. What's missing is the customer adoption. It's the societal adoption. And that's why we built the first model in the world to pay the people who solve the biggest challenge in solar the most. And that's you.
Your decision to be part of the future of solar and renewable energy really comes down to a choice of two pathways: an outdated get a job, work for a company model where you go to work for a solar company. Maybe you might even receive some leads that are often sold to multiple companies. The commissions are often equivalent to solar minimum wage. There is little chance for personal or professional growth, and there are often geographical boundaries. There's nothing scalable about the technology and nothing to secure your personal or economic future. It's a job, plain and simple. That simply doesn't work or make sense in today's world, not in the new and thriving platform economy of today.
We live in the age of platforms. Uber did not become the largest ride-sharing company on earth because they went out and they bought, millions of taxis and hired millions of drivers. They created a platform that allowed anyone to share a ride with anyone else through their app, and they crowdsourced it. Real estate, the old way was you walk into Prudential, there's an agent there paying $500 a month for their desk or whatever it is, and that's how real estate was done, right? The new way is EXP. It's a totally virtual brokerage platform that allows any real estate agent to sign up and offer real estate anywhere in the world that EXP operates in with the biggest commissions. And they became the fastest growing real estate company in the world. Let's look at the old way of doing solar and the new way of doing solar with the Powur model. The old way was you went to work for a solar company. So you basically had a job or you worked for a dealer somewhere and you earn money in one way and one way only when you sell. And fundamentally, you are a local or regional construction company of some kind. That's the old way. Now let's look at the Powur way. We have a cloud-based virtual platform that allows you to work from anywhere and sell solar to anywhere as long as you have access to your iPhone, right? You get 4 different methods for earning. You have the biggest commissions in the industry instead of the littlest because the majority of revenue gets shared with you through this platform-based model. You have 3 other ways to earn: passive, mentorship, and equity. You have a scalable technology platform so everything's under one roof, and we're decentralizing and crowdsourcing the fulfillment and the customer acquisition so we don't have the barriers to scale that the predecessors had in the past.
If you're looking at solar, you may not be aware of how incredible this opportunity is. There are 130 million homes that are plugged into what we know as the dirty energy grid. 90 million of those homes are eligible for solar, and at this point, a little over 3.5 million have actually made the transition to solar. So you're looking at a virtually untapped industry as we know it today. So let's talk about what's happening in the industry itself. What's driving it is the homeowner can go solar with absolutely nothing out of pocket, 0 out of pocket. They increase the value of their home by 4 to 6%. And they are going to lock in the cost of their energy. So they never have to worry about the rising cost of energy again from the energy that we're producing from their panels. There has never been a product or service in my career that I could say does that much good, creates so much impact, and makes you great income at the same time. And how we make income is by having access to something called cost of goods. Cost of goods is a new term to many of us. And the best way to compare it is it's wholesale versus retail. You get access to the wholesale cost, you sell it at retail, and then you rev share with Powur. So in this particular example, the wholesale cost was $17,500. It was sold for $35,000. And there were some adders such as financing and electrical work that was done. But the net revenue was $10,500. Now in a traditional solar company, a consultant would get 20 to 30% of that number, somewhere between $2,000 and $3,000 commission. Great commission for what you do. Powur looked at this and said, now, we're going to change the industry. We're going to turn it upside down. We are going to reinvent it. And that's what Powur has done. And they give you, the consultant, 70% of the net revenue. Who is the most important person? That's you, the consultant. You generate the lead, you generate the contract, and Powur takes it from there. The most important thing to look at is who received the lion's share of the revenue? You. And you compare that to the traditional company who would pay $2,000 to $3,000. Powur pays over $7,000 on average, and that is over double what most traditional companies pay. You can sell in all of the states in which we have coverage, and all of that is managed for you through the back office in Powur. They also handle the accounting, all of the operations, everything that's necessary, and then pay you for every single deal, every single day.
My team provides all the support you need to present your solar proposals and get your documents signed easier than any other solution in the industry. The Powur solution makes it so simple to get a proposal. Within minutes of entering a lead into our system, you have a dynamic proposal back all under one platform. The proposal allows you to control how many panels go on your customer's home, change equipment, control their energy offset, adjust your commission, margin, any adders required for the job. Plus, you get to qualify all of your customers for financing and issue them final loan docs to sign within minutes. You have a dedicated sales support team to assist you in signing every customer. And once your customers are signed, you have a dedicated project manager to assist you and your customer along every step of the way, all the way to installation. I've worked at so many of the biggest solar companies in the industry for the past decade, and I swear I've never seen a platform like Powur where it's easy to sell, you get paid as much as you do, and we're here to support you every step of the way.
This is your chance to join the most disruptive platform that has entered into the solar industry in over a decade and really participate and reap the rewards. Join us. This is the time. I always love the videos that tell the story better than I think, candidly, any of us can tell, because they're able to put everything behind us. And what we're going to dive into next, but we're going to have a brief pause here and stop screen share to let Mr. Bonasso and Kiara get a chance to have a conversation. So let me go ahead and stop my share for a moment here. And there we go. Got everybody on the screen there. And Mr. Bonasso, I will yield back to you, sir, for your introduction.
All right. That was an awesome video. I felt like clapping at the end. Thank you so much, Charles. And ladies and gentlemen, I have the privilege to interview Kiara, an up-and-coming leader. Kiara, you out there?
I'm here. I'm ready. It's always a great video, and learning from Charles has always been a blessing too.
Absolutely. Well, I just want to ask you a few questions. You can let everyone know that's watching this a little bit of your success, and seeing you grow in the limited time that we've interacted has been truly amazing. Celebrating you, and honestly, Powur, I don't know about you, but Powur celebrates women and women in leadership and women in solar. And I absolutely love that. So I have the distinct privilege of introducing you and asking you a few questions.
Yeah, glad to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. So tell us, how long have you been in solar?
Yeah, so I've been in solar for about 6 years. I actually started with some of you guys that are on the call, Aaron, Daisy, at Solar City. Most of us kind of took the same path, started Solar City, like Charles was saying, and then we were acquired by Tesla. It was a grind, the solar coaster. And then most of us moved on to Sunrun, where I met Zach. And it's kind of the same song and dance with these companies. Like Charles was saying, you're really not getting paid the value that now I know what we're worth. And then I was introduced to Powur, and at first I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll look at it. But I didn't really actually look at it and hop on one of these calls and pay attention and take notes. And once I did, I was like, whoa, this is like a game changer. So in solar for 6 years, have tried just about every path you could take, and with Powur since January.
Since January. So that's not even 4 months, maybe?
Yeah, coming up on 5.
What does your total organization look like in 4 months? I know people in your team are closing deals left and right.
Yeah, so I started in January, and I have a team of about 21 sales reps. And a big part of why I like Powur is I really take ownership of building up my team and making sure they're successful, not only in helping them sell, which is kind of innate to most of the solar pros on the platform, but helping them get that passive income by introducing the Powur opportunity to their colleagues that they used to work with at other companies where they may not be fully fulfilled in their job and in their role. So I have 21 sales reps being with the company since January. And really, I just present the value. We can kind of talk about all that value that Powur really provides. And it's kind of a no-brainer, especially if you've been in the industry for so long.
Right, absolutely. And I know there's many things that attracted you to Powur. I think what's
Yeah.
unique about you and what about Powur is that there's different opportunities for everybody. And it seems like you love to leverage the team building, leadership, and mentor program, but other people
Mhm.
might choose to focus more on sales. So can you tell us a little bit about your success in
Yeah.
categories?
Yeah. So what ultimately attracted me to Powur initially was the amount of control I have when quoting a job. Typically in the past, at Sunrun, Tesla, any organization where you're a W-2 employee, you work for the company. You don't really work for your client. But with Powur, you're able to work for your client because you have so many different options available to you, so that if you're getting bid against, you can really take control of that proposal and meet the client's requests. So for example, we have like over 8 different tier 1 panel options to select from. So if a competitor comes to me, or a customer comes with a competitor bid and they want a LG panel or black on black, we have all the options to meet that request. We also have 3 different warranty options to pick from, including my favorite, the 30-year full coverage warranty, which is something I always include on all jobs.
Yeah.
That covers the roof, the labor, equipment for 30 years. And I've never heard of that in the past 6 years working in solar.
Right.
And then also 3 different financing partners with rates as low as 20-year at 0.99%. And then my favorite is the solo proposal tool, which I had never used actually until working with Powur. And that was what added, I think, the most immediate value for me as a sales professional, being able to modify that proposal in real time with the client. A lot of times in past companies, I'd have to send a design request while I'm in home, and it was stressful because it took some time to get that back. But you really have full control over your sale. And it's ironic because we always tell the customer, take control of your energy costs. But as sales reps, we don't even really have full control over our proposal or our solution that we're offering them. And Powur really just makes me feel confident, at ease, that I can win just about any job that's brought in front of me and provide immense value.
Well said. Our customers are taking control, but a lot of other people, other solar companies can't even take control of their own proposals and equipment and warranties and costs and commissions.
Yeah,
That's
that was
awesome.
a big thing for me.
If there's one nugget that you could share that's led to your success, I know you work your butt off and you probably communicate so well. What's something you're doing that's led to an organization of over 20, 30 people in 4 months?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I get that question a lot. And honestly, I really do care about my colleagues. I know, and I'm sure all of you on the call, we work long hours as solar professionals, 8 a.m. I remember 12-hour days, no days off. And, when Zach introduced Powur to me, he was saying, look, you can make a lot more and you can make more with less time. You get your time back and you have opportunities to make passive income so that you can focus on the things you're passionate about. So I really just shared the value Powur can offer in their current situation. And a lot of people, they started part-time on my team, and now a majority of them are full-time with Powur. They've left their company. They see the value that Powur can offer, and they're 100% in and really valuing their life that they've created. One milestone I create for my team specifically is I make sure that they get their first sale within 14 days. So it's my personal obligation to make sure everyone I bring into my team is successful. So I set milestones in place, and my goal for them and a personal goal for myself as their leaders to let's get that first sale for you in 14 days. And then from there, I tell them, hey, you focus on selling, working with a mentor, closing those deals, because that's ultimately what's going to feed your family. But I will personally help you build out your sales team so that you can collect that passive income. And I think that's what has helped me build my team and just gotten the results I've gotten so far.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. And I can see it in your day-to-day caring and helping your team and creating a community and providing resources and being there for them. And on that caring note, where do you see yourself in the next year or two with Powur? Where do you see your team and your income going? And I know that giving back is important to you. You've shared with me 1 or 2 nonprofits. Yeah. Where do you see yourself going with this?
Yeah, so it's funny. We're always taught, like, what is your why? Know what your why is. And my why is not saving homeowners money. Although I love that and I get a lot of gratification out of that, that is not why I got into the solar industry, or even joined Powur. I want to continue on the path of what I'm doing now, which is tackling poverty in third world countries, through renewable energy. So a lot of people don't know, but like 1 in 9 people lack access to electricity. 1 in 10 can't access clean water. And then like 1 in 3 have lack of access to clean cooking situations. So having the passive income, off building my team and helping them be successful not only gives me the time to make a difference in these countries, but the financial resources as well. For example, my next event is in June with a company called Renewable World, and our contributions are going to pay for the hardware to install a solar powered water pumping system for 4 schools in small communities. And then the following fundraiser we're doing is going to help an off-grid health clinic get power so that they can get electronic equipment like sterilizers and other medical equipment they need, all powered by solar. And it's just really crazy to me that we live in the abundance in the United States, but then there's people that don't even have access to clean water. And unfortunately, you need a lot of money to make differences. So having the passive income and the time allows me to give back and focus my time there. So that's my long-term and my why. And Powur is really the only company that has allowed me to do that.
Wow. I'm speechless. And I think that your vision and helping others is just a testament to the culture of this company. I think our visions are aligned. I think it's top-down leadership. And that's the culture that is here in Powur. We all have a vested interest in each other, helping each other with this model. And I think giving back is something that's dear and near to the hearts of many people in this company.
And I wanted to add one thing, because you touched on it. You said women in the industry, and I know we have some women on this call. It's so true. Solar is a male-dominated industry, and I'm excited to be changing that. I see some women that I worked with at Tesla, and we really do have a different approach to it. And I think a lot of women shy away from solar because it sounds really technical, but I'm a journalism and psychology major. I'm not an engineering major or anything crazy. It's very basic common sense. It's easy to learn how to sell or educate others. I wouldn't even say it's hard selling. It's an easy sell. I think JC says it's an IQ test, which is really funny. So I also really like that they don't have a bro culture. Me personally, that's what attracted me to the industry.
That's awesome.
With you guys.
Can't agree with you more, Kiara. Rock stars and leaders like you and Cynthia and Solar Lily and so many others up and coming. I can't wait to see you live at the headquarters on stage sooner than later. You've accomplished so much in so little time, and the future is really bright. So proud and honored of what you've accomplished, and really excited for the future of what we're going to accomplish together. Thank you, Kiara.
Thank you. Thank you.
Phenomenal interview, Mr. Bonasso. Kiara, wow, I'm impressed. I'm so excited for you. And I want to change the industry with you. We are definitely finding a way to bring more and more women into this industry. So let's lock on and make that happen. So thank you very much. Cool. Awesome. All right. So I'm gonna jump back in on the deck itself, and that way we'll wrap this up in pretty short order. And what Kiara was talking about is that cost of goods, which allows for you to control all of the margin. No matter what the ending numbers are, you get 70% of it, but you determine what that number is going to be. So if it's a $10,000 margin that's left, you get $7,000. It's $20,000, you get $14,000. If it's $5,000, you get $3,500. It's just really that simple. So you are in control of that margin. And it's really only one of the 4 types of income that you get access to in Powur. The second type of income is through the mentorship program. People like Kiara who are going to help you and coach you and train you and help you leverage this platform. And the beauty of it, if you're new to solar, You can work with as many of the mentors as you want. Obviously with Kiara, you want to work with her because she's incredible. And you're going to 50-50 commission split that deal while you watch her do her magic and educate homeowners and enroll them in a better way to get their power. And then when you feel ready, then you can break free and do it on your own. You get the entire commission. But here's the other thing about that is it's a career pathway within Powur, so that you can, once you feel comfortable, you can start coaching, training, and mentoring others. And then you're doing the commission split. We got 600 people roughly per month who are joining our platform. And when they join, they're looking for a mentor. That's a career pathway for you to be able to leverage this platform in 50-50 commission split while you pay it forward and help others. There's great things paying forward in other countries. This is a way for you to pay it forward right here with people who are looking for a new opportunity. And then the third is the passive income, which is what Kiara spoke about. There's some of us who are getting 6-figure passive income to 7-figure passive income. And this model is only about 2 years old. So if you think that, oh, I'm too late for that, no, it's just beginning. The market adoption in the United States is 3%, 3.5%, depends on where you get your numbers from. It's still at its infancy. And when you do that, so Powur gives you 70% for what you sell. That's your active involved selling, whether it's as a consultant or as a mentor, 70% goes there. They keep 30%, but they take half of that 30 and put it back into a rev share plan. There's other companies out there who do something very similar. You might have heard of them. eXp Realty, Keller Williams. You got Prudential Insurance, Aflac Insurance, but focus on real estate. Those two companies, eXp and Keller Williams, have grown faster than any companies have in this industry because of this model. What they do is they train you to sell real estate. You do that and you get paid the best commissions in the industry. And then you can train, coach, mentors of it to do the same. And when you do, you get a percentage of the profit or you get a percentage of the revenue. That's what Powur's done. So hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people have successfully done their real estate. Now it's happening in solar, and Powur is leading the way. That's the third form of income. The fourth form of income is through equity and ownership in Powur. And you want to do this sooner than later, because who knows how long these types of options are going to be available for us. You get your first install, you get 25 stock options. You refer someone to use the platform, they get an install, they're going to get 25 options, you're going to get 12 overriding options. You hit some basic minimum performance goals, 25 installs in a calendar year, 250 options, 50 installs in a calendar year, 1,250 options. Since you're with Powur before Powur goes public, and that right now is slated for late 2022, early 2023, pretty exciting, because think about what that value is going to be. You heard Kiara talk about Solar City and other companies, Tesla. I spoke about two others that they couldn't figure it out. Jonathan Budd puts $1 million of his own money, raises about $15 million over a period of time through crowd and through something else you're going to hear about in the near future, is profitable and is changing an industry. Who knows? I can never say what it's going to be worth, but I look at like the next Bitcoin, right? What was Bitcoin worth 7 years ago? Well, what's Powur stock going to be worth in a couple of years? Then the solutions that we have. Obviously, a big part of our solutions are people like Kiara, where they're going to help you succeed. But you can plug into daily training, both in English and in Spanish, live daily coaching, a success system. We just came off of an incredible event today, which is now part of our immersive training that we go through. It's a quarterly event, it's a monthly event, and it's a weekly event. It's incredible nuggets that you can pick out of that, from lead gen, social media marketing, workshops, you name it. I've been in the industry 10 years. I've never seen a training program like this. And with that, the platform that we have to do, we have a studio here in San Diego that nearly $1 million was spent to create it. There's no company in this industry, and many industries. In fact, many of the premier speakers are coming to tour our facility and asking to lease it, rent it, and use it for their venues. We don't want to. It's our facility, and this is where we're going to send out that incredible information that's going to change this industry as we know it today. national footprint, and it's going to continue to grow. There's some pretty exciting news coming up here in the next few days with more and more markets that can launch. So think about this. We're at 3.5% market adoption. California has probably got the highest, and that's other than Hawaii, 8%-ish. There's markets out there we haven't even opened yet that have less than 0.1% market adoption. Texas is less than 1%. Florida is less than 1%. So this is really a great time to get involved. So with that, we'll wrap up here with the final portion. The 4 types of income, that's the 70-30 split over the cost of goods, the mentorship income, the revenue sharing that you get, and the equity ownership. The revenue share is passive revenue share. And any business costs money. If you're in real estate, you're in insurance, you're in whatever the case may be. But here is where you have an opportunity to plug into the Powur platform, use their license. Other than in California, Illinois, and Connecticut, you need our own, call it an HIS license. It's a background check, basically. Anywhere else, you're operating under Powur's license for a $99 onboarding fee, $49 per month for the technology. I owned a solar company. I couldn't get access to the loan programs that we have with Powur. I couldn't get access to the same cost of goods. And I had a facility, I had insurance, I had trucks, I had overhead, I had headaches that went along with it. I decided when this model came out to fold everything up, roll it into Powur, pay them $49 a month to run all of that I used to pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars per month to do. Why do we pay it? Well, that's one reason. The second is we're getting 85% of the revenue, 85%. Powur's still profitable and they only keep 15% of the revenue. And then if you want to tap into, and you might hear some conversations about that tonight, the virtual training platform that just launched today was the first immersive training for 4 hours. Mind blowing. You're getting some of the top people in the company coming and sharing what they did and giving you tools and coaching and then personal development on top of that. And then a quarterly convention that goes with it. There's just nothing like this in the industry as we know it today. And it's all for us consultants. It's all to help us succeed. So with that, I'll yield back here to Mr. Bonasso, but I would invite you, obviously most of you are here for Kiara and her leadership, get back to her. She'll answer any final questions that you have. She'll get you your enrollment link. That's how we track all the passive income and the mentorship that goes along with that. Enroll, become a shareholder, and lock arms with this company as we change in industry as we know it today. So with that, Mr. Bonasso, I'll yield back to you, sir, and I will stop my screen share. You're muted, Jonathan.
There you go. I just want to say thank you, Charles, immensely for your leadership, guidance, caring about this team, helping with the presentation, always being there for us and leading from the front. So thank you, sir.
It's an honor. And Kiara, much, much praise to you. Congrats for all you've done. I look forward to your continued success.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And I'm just here to help anyone that's interested in increasing their income and their impact and just getting their quality of life back if you're running the rat race right now with your current company.
Amen.
Thank you, Kiara. The best is ahead.